Shalom. First, giving all acknowledgement to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Double honors to my teachers, beginning with the Apostles' Notice of Great Millstone. Just back with a quick video dealing with this potential new pestilence from YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, because ultimately all things come from YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. So I just want to touch on this a little bit. It says new swine flu with pandemic potential identified by China researchers. It says G4 strain has already infected 10% of industry's workers in China, but no evidence yet that it can be passed from human to human. All right. Just touching on this a little bit. What's going on here? All right. It says researchers in China have discovered a new type of swine flu that is capable of triggering a pandemic. According to a study in the U.S. science journal PNAS, although experts said there was no imminent threat. Named G4, it is genetically descended from the H1N1 strain that caused a pandemic in 2009. It possesses all the essential hallmarks of being highly adapted to infect humans, said the authors, scientists at Chinese universities and China's Center for Disease Control and Prevention in a study published on Monday. Between 2011 and 2018, researchers took 30,000 nasal swabs from pigs in slaughterhouses in 10 Chinese provinces and in a veterinary hospital, allowing them to isolate 179 swine flu vaccine viruses. The majority were of a new kind that has been dominant among pigs since 2016. The researchers then carried out various experiments, including on ferrets, which are widely used in flu studies because they experience similar symptoms to humans. G4 was observed to be highly infectious, replicating in human cells and causing more serious symptoms in ferrets than other viruses do. Tests also showed that any immunity humans gain from the exposure to seasonal flu does not provide protection from G4. More than 1 in 10 swine workers in the new study had already been affected, according to the antibody blood test, which showed exposure to the virus. The test also showed that as many as 4.4% of the general population also appeared to have been exposed. The virus has therefore already passed from animals to humans, but there is no evidence yet that it can be passed from human to human. The scientists' main worry. The World Health Organization will read the Chinese study carefully, spokesman Christian Lindemir told a Geneva briefing on Tuesday, saying it was important to collaborate on findings and keep tabs on animal populations. It also highlights we cannot let our guard down on influenza and need to be vigilant and continue surveillance even in the coronavirus pandemic, he added. So I just wanted to bring this out just to let people aware, because we're living in a time of prophecy, all right, as the Apostle Tahar deemed this year of prophecy, all right. And one of the things that is prophesied to come, all right, one of the plagues of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is these different outbreaks and diseases, all right. So, this is just something to be on the lookout for. Of course, they're pretty much on a safe side with this, but more than likely, because they said it can't pass from human to human, but again, just my personal humble opinion, this is it's going to be another outbreak, all right, in the midst of already happening pandemic. You're going to have all these different diseases and pestilences breaking out, all right. It's going to get real bad out here. Um, of course, Esau, he's gonna, um, you know, whether he's planning this or not, but um, again, ultimately, all things come from YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. These are things that the Lord warned us about. There will be these different, things going on and taking place, these different diseases and whatnot. Going to Matthew 24 and bear with me. Matthew 24:7. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." Well, matter of fact, let me start at verse 6 to go aside from the point a little bit. Matthew 24:6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, seeing that ye be not troubled. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Because, well, I might actually do another quick video on it, but they got those tensions over there with Iran. I forgot who it was. Iran. I think it was China, maybe. It was Iran or Turkey. I think it was Turkey and Iran. It talks about them, pretty much teaming up to make war with Israel. All right, and well, I don't want to jump the gun, but definitely, that's one of these rumors of wars is the point I want to get. All right, because as we know, World War III is prophesied in the Bible. Nuclear missiles are going to be shot off throughout all of the earth. America is going to be utterly destroyed. All right, so that's brewing up. But in the meantime, in the midst of all this, you're going to have these different plagues breaking forth, sicknesses and diseases breaking forth. Reading in verse 7, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences." All right, so you're going to have all these different diseases, whether it be man-made or whether it be something that we've never seen before. All these things are going to be taking place. All right, so again, this strand of G4 strand, just something to be on the lookout. Going to the second Esdras. Second Esdras. I think it's 16. There's one at 15, but I'm gonna start at 16. 13. Nope. Let me get 15 first before I get that. Second Esdras 15. I'll start at verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy," which is why brothers are constantly pushing these videos out, because in a way, being like spiritual weathermen, it's a job of the prophets to prophesy these things. All right, let the people know and warn, or more so warn the elect, because only the elect, they're gonna take heed to these words. But nevertheless, whether you listen or not, it's still the job of the prophets to prophesy these words and prophesy these things. All right. Reading on, it says, "Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." So again, these these this word of the Lord, right? It doesn't go out void. All right. Everything is going to happen to a T, just the way it was written. Right. Jump down to verse 5. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction." Let me jump down. Because, again, America's in trouble. The Lord, well, let me just get it. Jump down to verse 11. It says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before and will destroy all the land thereof." All right. So, yeah, America is spiritually known as Egypt, according to Revelations. All right. And, one of the plagues that we saw ancient Egypt was, these different, this, outbreaks of diseases or whatnot. All right. So that's what's coming here. When it says, when the scripture said that, he was going to smite Egypt like he did before, but of course it's going to be on a much grander scale. America's going to get hit with all type of things that, this place is in for one hell of a ride. All right. Now I'm gonna go to 2nd Edges 16 and 13. I'll start because again, once the Lord sends His word out, that's it. It gets accomplished to a T. So reading in 2nd Edges 16:13, it says, "For strong is His right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that He shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." Like I was saying, once His word goes out, those angels, they get the job done to a T, perfectly. All right, because the Lord is not a man to lie. His words, they're faithful, they're true. All right. So, best believe, when He says, when the Lord says something, best believe it's going to get done. All right. And again, one of those things, reading verse 14, it says, "Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth." Again, one of those plagues is these different outbreaks, different sicknesses and diseases, pestilences. All right. We understand these things to be true. All right. Because you still got people putting their hope and trust in America. People really believe that, this place is going to get better. All right. And things are going to get back to quote unquote normal. All right. When this place it's only going to get worse from here. All right. As the Bible says, these are, matter of fact, I think it's in the same chapter. This place is, verse 18, it says, "The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?" So this is just the beginning. All right. It's not going to get any better out here. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse before it gets worse, before it gets better. All right. The Lord has it determined in His heart. He's going to destroy this place. All right. So you can expect more and more of these sicknesses and diseases. That's just one of many tools in the arsenal of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Just sicknesses and diseases. That's just one of many ways the Lord He can and is going to bring this place down. But since I quoted this, let me get it. Because again, once the Lord sends His word out, it doesn't go back void. Isaiah 55 and Isaiah 55 and 11. "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it." All right. So again, Once the Lord sends His word out, that's it. You know. So again, you can expect a lot of more of these different diseases. But definitely going to keep my eye on this because they're 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 pretty much saying keeping an eye on it, but they're saying that it can potentially trigger another pandemic in the midst of a pandemic that's already happening. But again, this is just the beginning of things to come. All right, so just thought I should bring this out, and just keep an eye on it and see what happens. So I'll go ahead and end off there, giving them again all credit to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Double honors to my teachers, beginning with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.